Many say that coconut oil is dangerous to our heart. So because it increases our cholesterol, especially the LDL cholesterol. So when LDL increases in our blood, it causes a narrowing of our blood vessels, resulting in heart attack. But in fact, this coconut oil is helpful. That is, it prevents our heart attack, it improves our cardiac health. So let me explain you. First thing is fat. In fat, we have two types of fat. One is a saturated fat, another is unsaturated fat. So this is a difference between the saturated and unsaturated fat is, so both of them are similar. They will have the carbon atoms. So but between these carbon atoms, the bonding will be single bond in case of saturated fat, whereas in case of unsaturated fat, the bonding will be double bond. So other than that, this saturated fat, it solidifies at the normal temperature, that is the environmental temperature. When it is exposed to the environment, it solidifies. But this unsaturated fat, it remains a liquid even in normal temperature, environmental temperature. Third thing is, they say that it increases the LDL level. It gets converted to this, especially the saturated fat gets converted to LDL. So whereas the unsaturated fat, it reduces our LDL. Actually speaking, coconut oil is not a saturated fat. So it is a MCT, that is a medium chain triglycerides. So what is this coconut oil contains? So actually coconut oil will be having lauric acid, that is 50% of coconut oil is lauric acid. So other than that, it is a myristic acid. Next, certain amount of other acid will be there, that is the capric acid, the caprylic acid, palmitic acid, oleic acid, as well as the linoleic acid. But a major component is lauric acid as well as a myristic acid. So along with this, coconut oil will be having certain vitamins as well as minerals in a tracer amount. The fat in the coconut oil is medium chain triglycerides. So what is the use, what is the benefit of this medium chain triglycerides? So first thing is, it provides energy, especially when there is a more demand. So this, instead of a carbohydrate, so this a fat, that is the medium chain triglyceride, so provide energy. When we need more energy, the muscles, when you do workout, only at that time the muscles will be contracting, that is the skeletal muscles. Then at that time only the carbohydrate is enough to provide the energy for skeletal muscles. But whereas the cardiac muscle, in case of heart, it keeps on working 24/7 every second of our life. That means to say, it works non-stop, so there is a more demand for energy. So when there is a more demand that cannot be provided with the carbohydrate, there comes this fat, that is the medium chain triglyceride of the coconut oil provides energy mainly to our heart. Second thing is, it's a storage form. So when we consume more of coconut oil, it gets stored in our body. That storage is, the purpose of that storage is to be utilized in future. So it's a storage form of energy. Second thing is, it's a storage form of energy. Third thing is, in a cell membrane, we are made up of cells. The cell will be having the outer layer, that is the cell membrane. The heart, that is the cardiac muscle, will also be having the outer layer, that is the cell membrane. And that cell membrane, it requires the presence of the fat, especially the medium chain triglycerides. So fourth thing is, we need this fat in synthesis of certain hormones, especially the cortisol as well as the sex hormones. The sex hormones are like estrogen, progesterone, as well as the testosterone. For the synthesis of these hormones, we need the presence of a fat. Again, that will be fulfilled with this medium chain triglycerides of coconut oil. So next, fifth thing is, it has got an anti-inflammatory action. Actually, saturated fat is got inflammatory action. So, but this medium chain triglyceride of coconut oil has got anti-inflammatory action. So, this anti-inflammatory action, it prevents the clot formation in the blood as well as it prevents the cardiac arrest. So, along with this, the coconut oil will be having certain omega. So, omega like omega 6, omega 7 and omega 9. So, omega 3 is not there in coconut oil. Our heart need certain omegas, and certain omegas like omega 6, 7 and 9, which are needed for our heart, is provided with this coconut oil. So next is, along with this, the coconut oil will be having certain phytochemicals like flavonoids, phenolic acid, as well as lignan, and these phytochemicals will have anti-inflammatory as well as antioxidant property. So this antioxidant property means it prevents the cellular damage. It prevents the damage to the heart cells. So next, along with this, the coconut oil will have certain vitamins like vitamin E. So more vitamin E will be there, and this vitamin is again will have antioxidant property and prevent the cardiac damage. So next, the mineral, it will have the potassium. More potassium will be there in coconut oil, and this potassium helps to control our blood pressure. This is how this coconut oil helps to maintain our heart health and prevents the cardiac arrest as well as heart attack. But what others are claiming that coconut oil causes heart attack, it's absolutely wrong, because so in India, certain state like Punjab and Haryana as well as in Tamil Nadu, heart attack cases are more. In Punjab, the commonly used edible oil is mustard oil. So whereas in Haryana, it is a mustard oil as well as the rice bran oil. They won't use, even in Punjab and Haryana, they don't use the coconut oil for cooking. Even in Tamil Nadu, where the heart attack cases are more, they use groundnut oil instead of the coconut oil. Rarely they use the coconut oil. So majorly they use the groundnut oil. So in these three states, that is Punjab, Haryana and Tamil Nadu, where the coconut oil is not being used for cooking purpose, the heart attack cases are more. And in India again, Kerala state has got very less cases of heart attack. In Kerala, the commonly used edible oil is coconut oil. The state which is using a coconut oil for cooking purpose is having less cases of heart attack, but the state which are not using this coconut oil has got a more risk of heart attack. Then which oil is dangerous? The saturated fat, especially of animal origin, which is an animal extract like the fat of meat, fat of chicken, as well as the dalda, which doesn't melt. Even if you keep it outside at temperature 30 or more than 30, even if you hold it in your hand, the fat of meat or fish, even the fat of chicken, if you hold it in your hand, it doesn't melt. That means to say, they get solidify even at our body temperature. So whereas the coconut oil, which gets solidified at a temperature of less than 25 degrees centigrade, and at our body temperature, it remains a liquid. So the coconut oil is 100% safe, 100% healthy for our heart, 100% it helps to prevent our heart attack as well as the cardiac arrest. If you need a precise and scientific information about health, then only subscribe to our channel. Namaste.